Hi everybody, welcome back to London. I'm back, so you can see. You may have seen on social media and on billboards, if you're in the UK, people doing this on the billboards, just sticking their finger up, and that is to promote National HIV Testing Week, which is run by the Terrence Higgins Trust, which is a HIV charity. Now, last year I did a video on doing a HIV test at home, which I shall link just up there. But this morning I went to my local sexual health clinic here in London and I got a HIV test, but I also got a test for syphilis, gonorrhea and chlamydia. So I wanted to make this video just to show how simple and easy it is to go and get these tests done or to order one yourself. So at the sexual health clinic which I go to, there are two systems. You've got an appointment system and you get an appointment or can get an appointment if you have symptoms or you think you are at risk or other reasons like you're being called in, you're due for an appointment of some description. But if you have no symptoms and no reason to think that you need a screening immediately, you can use the walk-in service. Now today's Monday, so they open 9 o'clock in the morning, and apparently you want to go first thing as they open the doors more or less, otherwise you might have to wait most of the day before you are seen. It does depend on the day, but the earlier you go in the day, the safer you are of being seen that day, and rather than having to come back the next day or some other time next week or something like that. Now it's not that far to walk, but as I want to be there quite early, I just hop on the tube and down I go to the clinic. In you go, and what you do, they've got these kind of iPads which you type your details in and you log in. If you've been before, then they save your details and you just give them your mobile phone number. Or if you're a new patient, and I was at this particular clinic, then you register, you put your details in, and the mobile phone number is quite useful because you get a text message with all your results on it at the end. Now I didn't make it at exactly 9 o'clock, it was about 20 past 9, so I had a little bit of a wait because people were there before me, but not too bad. 20 minutes I think, 25 minutes. And then you get seen. Now the first thing that they do is ask you what you're there for, because there's all sorts of reasons why you might be at a sexual health clinic. But I was there because if you have a new sexual partner, it's a good time to get yourself checked out. So I was there for just a general screening checkup. So it's literally a 3 or 4 minute conversation with the medical professional there. They just ask you some questions about your sexual history, and do be honest because they're not there to judge, they're there to help you. And depending on your answers to those questions, it might depend on the test that they want to run, or maybe they might refer you to somewhere else depending on exactly what you answer. So as I said before, I was tested for 4 things this morning. We've got HIV, we've got syphilis, we've got gonorrhea and we've got chlamydia. So for HIV, it's a blood test. So what they do when you go to a clinic is just take a little sample from your arm. As you can see here, I've got a plaster from where it was taken. They take a tiny amount of blood. I won't worry about it at all. Now I didn't have to have a HIV test because I wasn't in a high risk category, but I haven't had a HIV test since I took the self one I did 12 months ago. So I was offered one, so I took it. Not least because it's National HIV Testing Week. But for syphilis, chlamydia and gonorrhea, it's a urine test. So they give you a pot and they ask you to fill it up. So when you go on the website to have a look at your information, they advise you not to pee within an hour of your appointment, which seems reasonable. But I had drunk quite a lot of water in the morning, so I had no problem at all. In fact, ever since I've come back, I've been to the toilet twice already. So I've drunk a lot of water this morning, but that's good, that's fine. So you go into the screening room where there is a toilet and you fill it up and you put the cap on yourself and all the rest of it, and on the way out you've got a little receptacle to put it in, and they take it away and they test it. Obviously everything's labelled up so they know exactly whose samples are each, otherwise there'd be a bit of an issue I suppose. And within 24 to 48 hours you should get results back from the tests. Now as it happens, on the way out I actually came across a stand that was being put up for National HIV Testing Week, and it was being run by a charity here in London, a sexual health charity, and they were calling the scheme SASH. Now SASH is just the name of the campaign, Support and Advice on Sexual Health. It's being run by a bunch of charities in the London area, sexual health charities and young persons charities. I just went over to get some information and tell them I've just come out of a sexual health screening. Had a nice little bit of a chat. So if you're in the London area, check them out, why not? And then went out of coffee, did some shopping, came home, and I get a text message. Now, I don't know if you can read that or not, but basically that says I'm clear of gonorrhea and chlamydia, and it's only been a couple of hours, so that was quick. So I should be getting my results back for syphilis and HIV within the next couple of days. And that's it. So simple, isn't it? So easy. And of course I know that I'm in the UK and therefore it is free on the NHS, which is great. So sexual health clinics are a great place to go because they often are free. There's no additional charges at all. So you can probably find them in your local town or city. But if not in the UK, you can ask your GP about this or look online for sexual health services on the NHS. But if you haven't got a sexual health clinic near you or your GP can't offer the services, then there is an option of getting a self-test kit by post. Now, as it's National HIV Testing Week, you can go on to the website startswithme.org.uk, where you can find information about how to get a self-testing kit sent to you by post. It is absolutely free, and once you've sent it back to them, you get the results back within a week, usually actually only a couple of days. If you are sexually active, it's recommended that you get yourself tested at least each time you have a new partner, or as a minimum maybe around once a year. If you've got any questions around this, leave them in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them or point you in a direction where you can get more information on the subject. And I hope you enjoyed the video, so why not give it a like? You can do that just down below. Subscribe, because I make videos every single week. And I shall see you next time. Bye-bye.